What is up, you guys? Listen, time is flying. It just seems like yesterday when Sean Combs, Diddy, Puffy, Puff Daddy, whatever his name is today, he was convicted for some of the lesser charges, but he was not found guilty on the other ones. A lot of people were pissed off about it. A lot of people were like giving him the thumbs up and in support of what happened. But listen, what has happened, but the sentencing has not happened yet. So because this is around the corner, he has support, and there are some people that have written letters to the judge. Some of these letters have been released and people are talking about that, and I'm going to get into one person's reaction to Young Miami, pretty much calling him a man of God, which I found absolutely disgusting because they were doing a whole lot of unholy, ungodlike things, allegedly, according to the things that were testified about in court. Whether it was criminal or not, it definitely was not godlike. So to call this person a man of God is extremely disgusting. But anyway, she's pleading for mercy for her man. But listen, I'm going to get into what Armon Wiggins had to say because this was shared with me and I was laughing. I have to say, it was funny. But yeah, apparently she wrote a letter, Stevie J wrote a letter, and I'm sure he has more supporters. We'll find out more about those, I'm sure, soon. But let's just get into this drag.
Let's get into the letter that she wrote on behalf of Diddy. Dear Your Honor, my name is Carisha Brownlee. I'm a mother, daughter, sister, and hip-hop artist who has spent many years in the public eye. I want to be clear that I cannot speak on or defend anything that may have happened before I met Sean Combs. I do not condone any wrongdoing. I can only speak from my personal experience and the man I've come to know over the past 4 years. For 3 of those years, I was in a public relationship with Sean. And during that time, I witnessed and came to know a different person than the one often portrayed. Behind the scenes, he was loving, genuine, supportive, and always encouraging. He motivated me, believed in me, and helped me grow both personally and professionally. I'm writing this letter because I believe it's important for the court to know the side of Sean that isn't always seen or spoken about. The man who poured into others, who gave opportunities, who led by example, and who loved deeply. He helped shape me professionally and personally. He believed in me, pushed me to grow, and taught me how to be a better businesswoman. He helped me find balance between chasing my dreams and being present for my family, because that's what he did. No matter how busy he was, he never missed holidays or special moments with his family. One of the most meaningful memories was when he took me to my first Met Gala. It wasn't just about the event. It was what it represented. Sean has always made it a priority to open doors for Black people, to make sure we are seen, heard, and valued in spaces where we've historically been excluded. That night reminded me that we belong in every room, at every table, and in every conversation. He constantly encouraged me, and so many others, to dream bigger, walk in confidence, and never shrink who we are to make others comfortable. He also gave me a voice, providing me with a platform on his network to speak for the culture and connect with people in a way that was real and authentic. The opportunity changed the direction of my career and showed me the impact one person can have when they choose to uplift. In my personal experience, Sean is not a danger or threat to community. He is a man of God, someone who uplifts, supports, and inspires those around him to be better mentally, physically, and spiritually. But more than anything, he's a father, and his kids are the ones who look up to him the most. They need him. His presence, love, guidance matter deeply in their life. I truly believe that he belongs at home with his family, the people who mean the most to him, and who continue his greatest source of purpose and strength. Judge, that's a good man. Thank you, Carisha Brownlee. He's a man of God, she said. Oh yeah, she's trying to get her spot back, boo. So that's Young Miami. She's saying, listen, he took her to her first Met Gala. He taught her all these things. I don't know. She better hope the judge don't know anything about her, because let's be clear, Young Miami, he turned you into a narcissist just like he was. You talking about you went to the courthouse, do a turkey drive for the homeless. I don't know why. You think you're better than the world. You think you're better than people. You're not she's not humble. Big Face isn't humble at all. She let her group down. She felt up and was on JT. Let's be very clear here. You're not one to really be able to write a letter about humility and being personable. Girl, she's a narcissist too. And she thinks she's better than everybody. This is why the city girls are no longer a thing. She's a joke.
All right, guys, so you heard her letter in support of him being released. You heard Armon pretty much drag her for narcissism. And I don't know a whole lot about her except for the ties that she's had to Diddy and the allegations with regards to all of the things that they were doing and some of the things that she has said to the other person that is in support of him being released, Gina, the one who was interviewed by Tasha K on her platform years ago, that said all of these terrible things about him and the things that he did to her, and now she said he's not dangerous and he needs to be free. And Young Miami was going back and forth with that person on social media, and I'm not even going to get into the things that they were getting on each other about, but let's just say disgusting, okay? Talking about eating things that are not on the menu in any restaurant, okay? But look, I don't expect her, especially someone like her, to address the hurt and the allegations that were tied to him and the things that he was even convicted of. Because let's be clear, yeah, he did get found not guilty on the higher crimes, but he did get found guilty on some of the lesser ones, and the judge did not give him bond. So I'm not sure how good these letters are going to do for him being released or not getting any time, getting time served, which is what his attorneys are hoping that he's going to get. And listen, the attorneys, they're doing what they're paid to do, which is defend their clients. I told you guys before, I was a legal assistant many years ago, and one of the attorneys that I worked for, he did pro bono work, criminal, and he defended someone and got them off for taking someone's life. He was just doing his job. But you know what he told me? He effing KILLED that woman. That's what the attorney said to me. Like, he knew it, but he was doing his job. And he wasn't even paid to do that. That was pro bono work. So, with that being said, Sean Combs' attorneys are being paid a whole lot of money to defend their client, so they're just doing their job. They're doing the job that they are being paid to do. But, her calling him a man of God, please believe, I am so over this title people give people, woman of God, man of God. The man of God thing, okay, if you want to count him watching TD Jakes while he is having freak-offs, if that is the definition of being a man of God, then possibly, if we're giving it a new definition. Because you know how we do here in the United States of America. A word will have maybe one or a few definitions, and then we'll give those words new meanings. So maybe the new phrase for a man of God is someone who watches a pastor on TV while they're having freak-offs and doing drugs. Maybe that's the definition now. I don't know. But listen, guys, in my personal opinion, I feel like she's doing what she's been paid to do. Because just like the woman who was known as Jane Doe, who is allegedly 50 Cent's baby mama, who testified as being one of his victims, that was still having her rent paid by him monthly. It's crazy, right? I wouldn't doubt that Young Miami is still being taken care of by him financially as well. So, my personal opinion, she's doing what she's been paid to do. Stand by her man. So, here's a question, guys. Do you feel like she's genuinely standing by someone she loves? Or is this just it's just what she's being paid to do because she's still one of his benefactors? Drop your thoughts in the comments, guys, because let's just go ahead and get into this and just keep it beautifully honest.